So it's been a while since we worked on this project. I'm not sure where we left off. I think perhaps it was putting in these corner braces. I think I filmed that, not positive. Anyway, corner braces are all attached and let in, and it stiffened it up pretty well. I was using that time to figure out how I was going to treat the roof. So I think I've come up with a plan. So I have taken, I have one test piece up there, but I have taken 1/4-inch plywood, stained it and polyurethaned it, and that will be the part you see on the bottom. And then I will do some furring strips and then some 5/8 plywood on top of that for the shingles. That way you have something decent to look at in here and you don't see all the nails. So I started on this yesterday and then it decided to rain, and it may do the same today, but we'll get started and see how far we can get. It'll make more sense when I show you. So I cut some of these shorter so it kind of breaks it up a little more. Just run it flush with the end, and then I made marks. Put a 3/4 inch gap at the top for like a ridge vent. I'm not sure how important that really is in this application, but we're gonna do it anyway. Tacking these down for now just to hold them in place before the next step. So that's where we are so far with the ceiling, whatever you want to call it. Some of these boards got wet, so they were a little warped, so I did run some deck screws to try to pull them tight. So I've gotten this far. I think I'll go ahead and get the furring strips down and the other layer of plywood so I can get felt on it in case the sky does decide to open up. So the next step in my plan, I have furring strips. I took the whole bundle and cut them to the length of the rafter. And then I got out my brad nailer's large brother to nail these. Okay, so this sheathing's nailed down. I'm gonna go ahead and get some felt on here because this is probably gonna be the end of this project for the day. roll it over like this and put one on that side. That way it'll keep it so water won't blow in underneath. So there's some felt put down, stapled down, covered over the top. So now just wait for some more time and continue on. There's a shot of the inside where there were gaps you can't even see. You can't see any light or anything, which is what I expected. So overall I'm pretty happy with that. So next available opportunity, probably next weekend, we'll continue on that side. So today I'm working on putting up drip edge to try to get the edge of this thing sealed in. I'd originally thought this drip edge would cover enough, and it just barely covers the edge of all the wood. I've taken furring strips and put between the sheathing and the sealing 1/4 inch. But that's exactly the thickness of what the drip edge covers, and it just doesn't look right. So I'm going to take a 1x4, which I've already cut, I believe to be the right angle on here. And we'll bring that up and screw that in to give the drip edge something to come down over. Now I can mark the other end, then I'll cut it to length. So I got that piece of wood up on the front, but it's going to get too dark to be able to see much. This is what the backside looks like. That piece of 1x4, not quite remember what that's called. Freeze board, something, I don't know, don't quote me. And then the drip edge is nailed down over the felt. That's the way I read to do it. That way wind-driven rain won't push under it. So anyway, I'm going to continue around on the front, and then we'll see you next time.